everyone, Ray the Dashing One here. Wow, hope everyone had a great weekend. Hopefully you had a great Sunday and you all did very well. All the dashers, etc. And hopefully all the customers got their food as they had hoped it would arrive like. Well, me, oh gee, I'll tell you what, it's taken some time getting used to being out of the hospital, and I'd never really had a great sleeping pattern anyway, but it's certainly all messed up again now. It's as messed up as it could ever be. Anyway, I was doing some video editing last night, or Sunday morning, and fell asleep in the van for a little bit. Oh my gosh. And I finally went in the house this morning or yesterday morning, excuse me, it's now Monday morning at 2 a.m. Anyway, went off and did that, and just collapsed on the bed, and I zonked out for a very long time. And woke up like, oh crikey, what time is it? And it was later than what I wanted it to be, for sure. Anyway, got up and had a shower and got ready to get out the house. Was talking to a mate of mine from London whilst on the messenger thing, as he tried to call earlier. It seems I didn't hear a bloody thing. Anyway, and the phone was right next to me here. Gone, I was out. Anyway, got over to, I knew there was a storm coming in, and we had several hours to go before it came in. But anyway, I wanted to get out and try and get some monies in. I needed it for to pay a bill for today, actually. So I wanted to make sure there was monies on the Dasher card to pay for it. Oh my gosh, I went out, and my mate at Vipian rang me and wanted to meet up. So I said, okay, yeah, we'll meet up. And so he came over to our delivery area. So we met him at the hospital, at St Luke's Hospital, the better hospital for sure in the area, and the one over in Leeds Summit there. And so anyway, we met up, and we chatted for a little bit, and then we went our different ways and that. My wife went to work, he went back home, and I had my wife with me. She was, we all know each other, so we had a bit of a chat. And anyway, after he'd gone, I mean, the storm was coming in. He went his way out to Kansas, and just the other side of Kansas City there, and then he rang me just as I got a job, and it was over at Arby's, a place I wouldn't normally go, but it was paying pretty well. So just as I got there, or just on the way there, he rings me up, and I couldn't answer the call at the time. Well, I hit the button to answer the call, but I guess because I'd gone over a bump, my finger hit it and maybe knocked it off, like, oh bloody hell. Anyhow, so I called him when I got to Arby's, and he was just saying, is it raining over your way yet? And I went, yes, it is. I said, I just got to a pickup to go in at a restaurant to pick this food up. And I said, here it is, it's coming down. Brilliant. So anyway, so he went off home, and he carried on home, and we conversed a little bit later on, or we messaged just to make sure that he got home, basically. Well, at least I messaged him. I was out for out delivering in the rain, playing dodging bloody lightning bolts. Just going up and down driveways going, hopefully there wasn't a dog flipping going like that on my bum cheeks. But anyway, but no, there was, bloody hell, I looked like a drowned rat, a couple of those. I didn't do a whole lot, that's the funny flipping thing about this, but I did get wet. I don't care about getting wet so much, I really don't. But what I do care about is, you know, when it I don't know if it's just part of getting older or what, but no, I don't think it is. I mean, yeah, there's probably some of it in there, but... And then you've got all these LED lights and that are overhead, and they reflect off the road. You've got the LED lights and HID lights that are reflecting off the road from oncoming traffic. You've got the roadworks that appear... Whoever the lot are that work on the roads, they need to go out and flipping make sure that these road lines are repainted. And because on a lot of these roads, because you can't see the damn things for a lot of the time. And I think they maybe use a brighter paint or something. I don't know what it is, but really don't. I mean, they just choose to use cheap old bloody paint, I'm sure. Charge us all enough to bloody well be on the roads, and then they go and cheap out on that. What we really need. But anyway, so it's getting a bit difficult going through the rain on that. You've got to watch for other people, you know, trying to avoid potholes and sod knows what else on the road. So it gets a little bit difficult in that. It wasn't so bad when I was going out in the country, because I did go out in the country a couple of times on the delivery, and it's yeah. Anyway, I went to one house. The first house I did, that one from Arby's, got out down there and it said leave on the chair or something. I thought that's what it said. Anyway, it was fine. So I got up to their house and I was about to flipping leave it on their doorstep. And I mean, they've got no covering on their porch at all. So the food's getting wet. There's no one there. So I'm trying to call the bloke, come out and flipping pick your food up, because it's just going to get wet. Finally, like, I'm looking like a bloody drowned rat, and I went, bollocks. Turn it off, and I went, I'll just take the picture and walk. Like, just come to the door, you idiot. Anyway, so I went down and got in a van and moved off. And then, as I was getting... then after that was in Greenwood. Then after that, I got an offer from McDonald's in the Greenwood, that area on 150. It's on that road that goes to Greenwood. And I wouldn't normally go there, but it wasn't going all that far away, and it was paying $9.50, and we were already down that way, and I went, all right, I'll take it. I wasn't too infused because it was taking us a bit further south, and I didn't really want to keep flipping going further and further down. I thought there's much more down there until you get to Harrisonville, I suppose. But anyway, but anyway, it was getting to be a pain in the arse trying to drive through it to get to McDonald's because of the oncoming lights. And Greenwood, again, flipping, you have to navigate 150 because there are some bloody potholes on that road. Some of them I know where they are, some of them I don't. And it's just difficult to figure it out going down there, right? So anyway, and again with the oncoming traffic. And you get to McDonald's. I get into McDonald's and get up, so I double check, right, okay, that's the number that they don't, because they don't ask for, if you're a customer watching this, they don't ask for your name. When I on a lot of them. They just ask for the 3 or 4 digits at the end, depending on who it is. But it's just normally the three digits of the order number. And so I get to the speaker box and I told them, oh, it's Doordash, and she went, oh, just pull forward. Well, normally they'll ask for the code. When that lets them know at the other end to get it out and get it ready for us, right? And just hand it straight out the window. Okay, so bearing in mind it's pissing down with rain now, still. And I get up there and go through the first one, go up to the window where you collect the food and that. Told the bloke, oh, who I'm there for, and he went, oh, Doordash, you've got to come inside. I went, you fucking what? I just bit my lip and I went, I don't fucking believe it. I get so sick of these people changing bloody things. We don't go inside. We don't. We go to the window. We've always gone to the bloody window. So I pulled away from the window, I pulled up, zipping in the parking spot, and I went, bollocks, on a little sign. I went, I don't give a flying, I don't care where it's going, I really don't care. I'm peeved off with this now. I'm had enough. I just get so fed up with you changing their bloody ways. Just stick to bloody one thing. I mean, all this flipping geezer had to do was just pick it up, hand it out the window, and off we go. There was no one behind me flying. There was no one behind me. Just pick it up where it is. You can see everything on the screen as well as I can from where your flipping stood. Just ask me what the digits are. Anyhow, bollocks. So anyway, I let that one go. My wife wasn't too happy with me about it, but she just went, okay. Anyway, so I got back on the road and just headed up towards the main town of Lee's Summit, and it didn't help that I was bloody hungry as well. But anyway, bit ragged from going through these. The weather didn't help. Not that I really care about getting the wet, as I said, but it rained a lot in England. I've flipping learned to deal with a flipping wet weather. That I don't care about that. But anyway, so halfway up to 91 or towards the main part, offer comes in, Red Lobster, catering bag required, $20 or so. Boof, done. I didn't even look where it was going, dush. Saw that the mileage was okay. Actually, it was pretty damn okay. I only had to go 4 miles. And I just went, dush, take it. Got over to Red Lobster and pulls up in their car park outside, takes a picture of the catering bag, goes in, and straight over to the bar where you do all the pickups for that. And I went to tell the woman who I was there for. I mean, there was a bag up there. There was a bag on the bar anyway, not right so anyone could take it. It was sort of behind the bar, a bit further back. And so I could see it there, but I went up to the bar person. I went, that one. I've delivered for this person several times before, and there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to pronounce their name. And she looked at it and looked at hers and went, yeah, I'm not trying that either. Okay, so that was it, and made sure that everything, I said to her, is that in there? They've asked if there's desserts or whatever in it. I think that's what it was. Yep, all in there. Okay. Got it in the catering bag in the van. Right, douche, okay, that's where it's going. Right, go off up there. Now, bearing in mind I've delivered to this house before, a couple of times for it, and, well, it's dark, it's very dark in that road, very dark. It's like a little cul-de-sac. And, so it gets up there and I'm like, the map says it's this way or that. I can't point. The houses are so flipping close together down there, and it's trying to figure out the angle, because you got the angle there, and which bloody house is it? Because it's very dark, as I said. The idiot that I'm flipping delivering to has got their inside lights on, but nothing on the porch. And even if it did have anything on the porch, it wouldn't have done me any bloody good. Because their number is, like, you go up their steps towards their porch, outside steps, and then up more steps to heading towards their front door. But the number to their house is on one of the poles where you got the wooden railing up there, and it's on there on the left hand side one, which would be okay maybe if it wasn't blowing so bloody much and there wasn't a sodding tree in front of it or a bunch of bushing or whatever it bloody was. I had my torch flipping heading towards that. Actually, I must put that on my belt before I go in. And but I still couldn't see it because it was hidden behind a thing. So I'm looking at the one that I'm on, and I went, oh, well, their door's open. That must be them. Oh, okay, that'll work then. So, great, that must be it. So I get out of the van, gets the bag out, goes to take it up there, and this kid comes sort of like walking down. And he seemed a bit strange. I still couldn't see him because just like the house next door, there ain't no bloody porch light on. They just got the lights on from the house. So he sort of like walks down these steps and that. I thought, oh, brilliant, he's coming down to help out. And no, wrong house. And he says, no, he says, not for us. He says, I said, you're not 12, 18 then? He goes, no, he says, it's the house next door. I went, oh, fucking shit. All right, thank you. So I walked across. I left the van on his driveway and walked across. I saw his dog up there though, but anyway. So anyway, I goes, and that's when I go to the next door one. So I goes walking up this flipping walk up the steps to this house. Bearing in mind, I've got a bag of food with me. Pretty heavy bag of food. And I went to lean on, grab the flipping railing on the way up, and that went. That was like, why in the bloody hell is this thing even here? Damn thing near enough come off in my hand. Anyway, the wood was rotten. I mean, these people have got to understand that if something happens to a driver, me or someone else, and they put a full force of their weight on that thing, and they've got food in the other hand, and they don't know about it. I mean, I didn't know about it, but as soon as I put my hand on it and it moved, poof, and I was more over towards the right hand side of those steps. But if I was right over a little ways more, myself or anyone else, then that could be a flipping potential problem for not only the driver or whomever's delivering, but it's certainly going to be for the homeowner once they flipping get a bill from someone for having food delivered. I'm sure that's not going to be, I'm sure someone's going to give them some ache about that. But not even to have a bloody light on the flipping porch. It was absolutely ridiculous. How many times do these people have to be told? I mean, I know that you're paying a lot for the food and that, but surely you want it to get there and not end up all tipped up in your front bloody garden with a bloody flipping Doordash driver sat upon it. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, I don't know the circumstances of these people that own this property. I mean, are they older people that can't do stuff? I'm the same. I can't flipping get out and do this. I'm not fit enough to get out and do the stuff on the property anymore. It is hard work, but I don't have a bloody whenever I order food, I'm always out here waiting for it. I mean, I'm waiting on it. I want to make sure that the driver don't have to come down in, and I've always been that way. But anyway, it's just, it was a good order. No doubt in my mind it was a good order. I've got to turn this on. It's 76 degrees out, and for some reason or other, I'm bloody still feeling a bit muggy for some reason. Don't know what. Anyway, that probably don't help. Did I mention it's nearly 2:30 a.m? One day I'll do an early video. Anyway, so delivered that one. And came out of there. Actually, that one turned out to be $25. Wasn't some change. Like, well, thank you very much, but also thanks for nearly enough flipping put me back in a bloody hospital again. It's not quite a week yet, so I'm being a little bit precautious at this time, because the first time I went in hospital, I was out exactly 1 week and then I was back. Today is going to be the 1 week anniversary. This afternoon will be the 1 week anniversary of me getting out of the hospital. So I've got to make sure that I get past that 1 week. So, and I think my wife's letting me making sure I get past that anniversary too, because I've got to tell you, I honestly don't want to be back in one. But anyway, certainly don't want to be back in that one. Certainly not after the last flipping episode of being in there. First one, of course, I didn't want to be in there, but it was a little bit different that time. On the 7th floor, it was just stupid, absolutely stupid. Anyway, so where was that? So anyway, came out of that house and was heading towards getting out of that onto the main road, and this offer comes in for Wingstop. $17. I think that's what it was, 17 or 17 and a half. Going 9 miles, I think that's what it was. Going to Blue Springs, I went, I'll take it. Take it. We weren't that far from Wingstop. Got the Wingstop. Wingstop was not such a great experience. It was a wait. Not that there was many people in there. It's because that the staff were. I can't really describe what the staff were doing, to be fair. I mean, when I first walked in there was a couple of kids or whatever, and they were, I don't know, chatting up the bird behind the counter. Anyhow, I think it was 2 or 3 of them. Anyway, they pissed off when I got in there, thankfully. I sat down. I went in there and I showed the bird, I said, here you go, Doordash, looking for this one. And the music was so bloody loud in there too. Anyhow, so she came out, she says, oh, they're still working on it. Okay, so I went and sat down, and then these I don't know, young kids or whatever they were, they pissed off. So they went, and so that bird came out again, and she says, oh, they're still working on it, would you want a drink? I went, yeah, sure. Normally I wouldn't get one, but I went, yeah, sure, I'll have one, that'll be good, because I needed something to drink at that time, so it worked out. So anyway, I got a drink. She gave me a cup, I went up and filled it up. There was no straws there, so I waited for a little bit for it. I went and sat down, and but where I was sat at the front. They got this wooden bench at the front, and you can see right into the kitchen. But there was a couple of people in there talking, her for one. And as I looked up, or looked in there rather, there was a puff of smoke come out of this flipping girl's mouth. She had one of them flipping vape pens things. Wasn't a great big puff, but that's what emanated from her. Or from the back of the pen, or whatever it bloody is. I don't know much about these damn things, but anyway, I knew some of the blokes at that last dealership I was at use those things at times. I was like, well, hang on, that can't be right. Surely they can't have those while they're in the kitchen. I mean, isn't that somewhat like smoking? Anyhow, I watched her for a little bit, and I then started filming in there, because now they're just flipping chattering as well in there, and some of the people working. There was one bag that was on the shelf, but obviously no one wanted to come in and pick that one up for whatever reason, and maybe they weren't paying enough. I don't know, but anyway, for the delivery. So that sat there all the time I was there. And then this bloke walks in, then the music got turned down, and he was trying to order something, and then he ordered whatever he ordered, and he went to go get a drink. And then I said to her, oh yeah, I need a straw, by the way. Anyway, so she put some new straws out there, but I did, in that time there, I did film there because I didn't feel that flipping having one of them vape pens was what you should have in the kitchen. And because there was stuff going on, people came in, and the phone rang a couple of times as well. But it just it was just strange. Anyhow, in between time, I've gone on the when I got in there, rather, I noted on there to Doordash that it was going to be a wait. Left it at that. Then I sent the customer a message saying it's a bit of a wait here, I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, they're working on it, and I'll be with you as soon as I can. That was how I left it, right? So anyway, I waited and waited, done that little bit of filming, decided against it after a while, and I still had the film up there, still have the recording up there. So anyway, this so someone brings out a bag, and she goes to check it, and she says, who are you for? What's the name on your order? She says. I told her the name, and she went, oh. So she called over, it's to that bloke that had walked in and bought at the counter. So she went and double checked, and she went into the kitchen. She says, this is a Doordash order, get on it. Got to get onto it quick. Well, get onto it quick meant no flipping stand around and have another chat. Anyway, but they started working on it. In the meantime, I decided to call the customer and I said, listen, I know that I sent you a message earlier. Apparently they've done the wrong bloody order, so I'm going to be here maybe another 10 minutes or so. But I will be on I'll be on my way as soon as I can. And I said to him, while you're here, actually, I said, what car? Because it was going out somewhere in Blue Springs. I was unfamiliar with the road. And, excuse me, bearing on, it's pissing down with rain still, lots of lightning. And I wanted to make it easier on myself as much as I could. So I said to him, oh, what car have you got parked on your driveway? I said it'll make it easier to find. He said, well, these are duplexes and all the cars are parked in the back. I said, all right, well, make sure that your porch light is on. At least do that for me. He went, yeah, sure. He says both sides have got the porch lights on. And I said, well, which one is it that I look at when I look at the front of your building? He says, west. Okay. I'm from England. Left or bloody right? We ain't playing these east or west bollocks. Which one is this? Anyway, I said, mate, flipping, which way is that? He says, if you're looking at the front, it's the one on the right. All right, thank you. Bloody hell, my mind has gone crazy. So anyway, in the meantime, he's written to me and I didn't see the message until a bit later on. He says, I said, I'm finally leaving. When I finally left, I said, I'm finally leaving, on my way to you. And I sent him that text and just hitting the address, directions to the address. Knew it for the most part. For the first part, getting out of Lee's Summit and to there, really. After that, then I have to rely on the map. So anyway, in the meantime, like I said, I didn't see this until later. He says, oh, okay, cool. He said, I'll leave the front door open so you know which one it is. Because he had that glass flipping storm door. Which, when we got there, that was figured that out. And I get up there and I take it off in the catering bag because it seemed to be quite a bit of it. I mean, they were in brown bags, paper bags. Oh, blimey. They were in brown paper bags and I went, oh, crap, I'll just put it in the catering bag. And it seemed quite a bit, I didn't realise that he had that much. I didn't think it was going to be that much he was getting, but anyway. Didn't look a lot on, he only ordered 2 things, it seemed. Anyhow, whatever. So, so I took it up in the catering bag so the bags wouldn't get wet and that. And he came out the door, he was hanging out the door, and I said to him, I'm sorry about that. I said, I don't know what was going on. And he said, oh, no problem. He says, I didn't realise we ordered one from the one in Lee's Summit. I thought it was the one up here in Blue Springs. No. I said, normally you probably would have got it quicker at the flipping one in Lee's Summit, and I would have been here a lot quicker than you would have got it from the one in Blue Springs. But I said tonight, that was not the case. Anyhow, he thanked me for keeping and communicating with him and that, and that was it. Off I went. Went back to the van and turned around and went to head back towards Lee's Summit, and then Doordash pops up with this little thing. Did I want to stay in Blue Springs? And then an order comes in, an offer came in as I was looking at it. Because if this thing comes up, did I want to work in Blue Springs? It's busy in that zone, and because I was right there anyway. But I was like, well, really, I want to go back to the other one, but I was doing all right then. But anyway, this offer comes in for somewhere over there, and it wasn't paying a flipping awful lot. I went, nah, stuff it, turn that one off, declined that. And then another offer came in, and I declined that, and then I got back to that screen again where it said, did you want to work in the Blue Springs area? And I went to go, no, I don't want to do that. And I guess it must be on a timer, because it went ding. He's gone. Okay. I could have changed it, but anyway, headed back to Lee's Summit. And on the way back, my wife says, I think it's time we should get something to eat. And I said, yeah, I think you're right. So we went and got something to eat from the market. And if you've not been to the market is a 24-hour market down in downtown Lee's Summit. It's on Main Street, just next door to Conrad's Kitchen. You got Frost Coffee on the corner, and you got Conrad's, and then you got the market, which is spelled M-R-K-T. It doesn't have vowels in their name. It's called Market on Main, or M-R-K-T on Main. Open 24 hours, and you can get a pizza. There's a buffet in there. Buffet, you get a pizza, you get sandwiches, hot or cold. There's cheesecakes in there, there's other pastries and such in there. They normally do soups, but unfortunately they didn't have soups or chili tonight, or last night. We missed out on that, but they're going to be having some more soon. I was disappointed about that too, but anyway. And then they got lots of stuff in there. If you like booze and such, they got all of that in there. They got milk and other stuff to keep you going through the night. They got stuff you can clean yourself up with if you're in the area and you need to, because there's a hotel or two around there. So if you need to get some stuff to have ablutions with, they've got all that there. And they got like arcade machines, couple of arcade machines in there. They got some music going on, and they're just a real fun people to be around. I mean, they're really talkative. They're like local people, and they like to get to know you and that. It's really brilliant, really nice people. Can't specify that enough. And it's, like I said, 24 hours a day. In there, if you're hungry, straight down there and get it. So we had a sandwich there. They made it. I said to them, my wife got the Italian and I got the Italian as well. But I said, can I get mine cold? I didn't want it toasted, and they made it as I wanted it, because I just didn't want to. I'm still worried about what I'm eating. Anyway, so they made it and to how I wanted it, and that was fine. It tasted really nice. Bloody lovely. Anyway, so left there and went off and done a couple of other jobs. Done the one came in for the Iron Horse, and I didn't realise that one's open till midnight. It wasn't a catering order, but they were paying pretty well. I think it was like $15.50, and it was only going 4 miles. Shit, so I'll take that. Took that one, and then a little bit later on, after I'd done that, went to some flats behind Taco Bell on Chipman. Bit of a pain to try and find that one. I wish in that block of flats they would let you know which flat numbers are on which bloody floor. Anyway, for some reason I got a bit puffed out on that. Don't know why I got so puffed out if you've been going up and down those steps. Anyway, and then another one came in just about 10-15 minutes later for a Taco Bell, just going, I think it was like a mile and a half, 2 miles away, and it was paying $7.50, and that was it. That's what all we ended up with at the end of it. My wife wanted to come home, and she'd had enough, I suppose. Maybe she didn't get a lot of sleep or something last night. I don't know. She didn't note anything like that. So here we are. It's like and it's 2:45 a.m. and I'm still out here. Anyway, I will put on all what I've done. Actually, I'll put it on from now. And there won't be a lot of it for sure. And it looks like for the next couple of days the temperature's not going to be too bad, so it should make it a little bit easier to get around with, for sure. And won't be so much heat to deal with. I mean, it's not going to be cold. I took a jacket into that flipping into the market, but I didn't have it on all the time. It seemed like when I looked at it on the temperature gauge in the van, it seemed like it should be a bit cooler, but it's only a light jacket. I put it on and I just felt a bit warm, but I'd left it on and I took it off when I went in there, and then felt a bit chilly through there. I don't know what was going on with me, but yeah, it was did feel a bit chilly. Mind you, I'm in shorts. So said it was like 71 or something. It's now 76. Anyway, all right. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Like you said before, hopefully customers got all their food right. And if you are a customer and you're watching this, for crying out loud, flipping make the bloody numbers visible to your house. Cut the bushes away. If you can't cut the bushes away, put a flipping, go buy these sticky signs and put them above your garage or something. Take a step back from the front of your house. Look at it like a flipping driver's going to find it. You may not care flipping about how the driver's flipping doing it, but you may care when your food gets there a little bit flipping warmer than having your driver flipping walking up and down between the houses, because none of the houses have flipping got the numbers flipping visible enough. Step back. If it's a dark road that you live in, then get some luminous signs or something on there and put on there. Make it that you can actually see there, and put a bloody porch light on. You can get these LED solar lights to have out there. LED lights don't cost a lot. They got these dawn to dusk LED lights, LED bulbs. Just leave the switch on. I've got a couple of them here. Just leave the switch on and they'll turn on and off. Very bright, very bright. Didn't realise they were that bright. And they're not a lot of money. Just screw them in the existing bloody hole, and they're like, I don't know, I think I bought a couple of them for $6 or $7, and they work very well. I didn't realise they were that bloody bright though. Anyway, but it helps your driver. That's another thing also, when you walk, either warn the driver if you've got a flipping handrail that's about to flipping fall off because there's too much wood rot on it for whatever reason and you can't fix it for whatever reason. I understand it, totally understand that, but warn it, put it in the bloody notes, for crying out loud. Just bloody help the driver, because you want the food to arrive to you. You want the food to arrive to you warm, hot, warm, somewhere in between there, and you don't want the flipping driver falling off into your garden with the driver on top of it. You want your dinner. Just make it a little bit easier. Just step back, take a look at the front of your house. You don't have to do a bloody whole lot. You don't have to flipping do everything. And then another thing is also, if you got the cars on the driveway, which of course you would do, it's your house, you do what you bloody like. But if you know there's a driver coming, for crying out loud, flipping, give us a bit of room. we've got to be able to squeeze your Fitbit. I know I'm a chubbier geezer, but don't forget there's going to be drivers going through there with bags of food. So make sure that there's room for us to get through the bloody walkway between a couple of cars, or between your car and your gate post, or to the bottom of the steps, so we can get up the steps. Make it a clear path for us. That's all we've been asked for. We get the food to you a lot quicker, you're a lot happier, and we can all go on our merry way. And it don't flipping take, you done it. Once it's done, it's done. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope everyone has a brilliant week, and let's hope it's all a stress-free week, and all the drivers, etc., make a few dollars to warrant their time for being out. Oh, excuse me. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Ta-da.